Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to 13 minutes of unbelievable moments. I love compilations like this because, in our daily lives, it's rare that we're going to see something truly insane, truly unbelievable. But, if you take all of the cameras, all of the security cameras, CCTV in the world, there's so many of these moments happening on a daily basis. But for those of us who don't get to see them, these compilations are the next best thing. This video has got a lot of views. It's only been out for a short while, so I know it's going to be really, really enjoyable for us to watch. So yeah, let's do it.
From an incredible and rare video of a monster tornado destroying empty buildings on the outskirts of a Chinese city, to the startling moment a group of Russian sailors woke up to find the vehicles on their ship had all caught fire and burnt to a crisp. Here are 13 more minutes of unbelievable moments. Bijie is a rainy prefectural city in Guizhou, China. Because of its low latitude and high elevation, about 5,600 feet above sea level, Bijie actually sports a subtropical monsoon-heavy climate. Simply put, it rains a lot. About 206 days of the year, to be exact.
Wow.
May 2022 was a stormy month in Bijie, seeing several rounds of light rain falling for weeks at a time. Then, between Sunday and Monday in early May, about 1.6 inches of rain fell all at once. All that moisture boosted the chances of a catastrophic landslide.
God.
But locals definitely weren't expecting to witness the entire mountainside give way.
Oh my God. The amount of rock. If you're down there, you're dead. You are dead. Jesus. And they had no notice, no warning at all until it started happening.
As our cameraman watches on, thousands of pounds of rock, rubble, and debris race down the distant mountains. But just before the dust cloud crests over the tree line, he decides the footage isn't worth his life. He takes off running and doesn't stop until he's a safe distance away.
Smart
Towards
man.
the end, we get a fantastic shot of the aftermath.
Jeez. This is what I'm saying. If one of these things hits you on the head, it's a wrap. It's a wrap instantly.
As if a nuke went off inside the mountain.
Jesus.
Once the landslide officially stopped, falling rocks made the area unsafe for search and rescue teams until the following day. Once the experts declared it safe, over 130 people spent the day looking for survivors. One thing is for sure when it starts raining in Bijie: get far away from the mountains.
Oh my God, man. Just how do you plan for that?
Over
You
8
can't.
million people live in Fuyang, China, a large city rich with ancient history dating back to the Qin dynasty circa 220 BC. However, you'll still find acres of farmland outside the city, resembling what you would expect in the American Midwest. But we're not in Kansas anymore. In June of 2022, a powerful tornado ripped through the village, causing widespread destruction. The high-speed winds destroyed trees and fences across the farmland
This is a really
and tore the
violent
roofs clean off of several buildings. Footage captured nearby shows the tornado's full power as it rushes across the land. With all that destruction, it's a miracle nobody got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Jeez. Just look at the speed that it's rotating. Because this footage is really good because it's quite close. You get to see it. It's just so violent looking. These winds, man, if you're anywhere near this area and you get hit by one of those planks of wood or bits of debris, you could get seriously hurt, if not killed. Oh man. Just getting torn to shreds.
The twister moves from left to right, devouring anything that gets in its way. First, it destroys a shed and steel overhang before moving across the field and towards the main barn. Meanwhile, debris whizzes past our camera operator's face. Toward the end, we get a glimpse of the aftermath as people start the cleanup process. But where do you even begin? We don't usually think of China when we picture tornadoes, and it's for a good reason. According to one report, there have been less than 100 tornadoes each year in China over the past 50 years.
Wow.
And most of them aren't strong.
But hold on, if you say it's 100, that's still a tornado every like 3 days, isn't it? That's still quite a lot, unless he means less than 100 total in that whole like time.
Enough to really count. Meanwhile, the US can expect at least 1,000 twisters each year, concentrated around the Midwest. Wow. In fact, there have only been 5 recorded EF4 tornadoes in China since 1950, and none have ever reached F5 intensity. Due to a lack of preparedness, tornadoes often cause tons of damage when they hit the country. So, what did we learn? It's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to tornadoes.
Absolutely.
Car carrier ships are fascinating pieces of machinery. Upwards of 13 decks carrying 8,500 vehicles traveling worldwide, delivering foreign cars to new lands. The cars pack like sardines within the ship, often only inches from one another. Sometimes, when the ship runs out of room, they add an extra layer to the top deck. Unfortunately, one Russian carrier learned the hard way that you shouldn't leave cars uncovered on the top deck.
I would be pissed if I bought a car and this is how they moved it across the continent. Because all of this seawater is going to damage the metal, no? Like, it doesn't seem, especially if it's a new car or even if it's a used car.
While making an overnight trek, salt water splashed up from the ocean and short-circuited the batteries.
Into the engine as well.
What happened next was definitely the worst-case scenario.
Wow, man, they've caught on fire. Oh, this is going to be expensive. Oh my god. What caused the fire to start? And how is it still going despite there being... Look at that. Those cars are completely destroyed. Expensive. Looks like 40 cars there.
It seems like a nice, calm day out at sea. But all hell breaks loose come nightfall. Cars at the ship's bow catch fire, and the blaze quickly spreads to devour every vehicle on the top deck. It's unclear where these cars were going or coming from, but the owners lost more than just their vehicles that day. Personal items burned up, and come morning, the entire cargo was an ashy pile of rust. Most people know that water and car batteries don't mix.
Right.
But salt water and car batteries really don't mix.
That's what I thought.
There's a reason why cars stay below deck. Splashing ocean water can short-circuit the batteries and cause sparks that ignite leftover fuel. There are strict rules about how much fuel your vehicle can have while on board. Basically, just enough for you to make it to a gas station. Next time you plan on shipping the family car across the ocean, make sure the crew puts it below deck.
I mean, why not just rent a car? Unless you're moving, I guess, to a new country, why not just rent a car in the place that you're going to? Seems a bit of a, hassle to move the car across the ocean.
The Welland Canal is a busy ship canal in Ontario, Canada that connects Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. It is a crucial waterway for cargo ships to bypass Niagara Falls, and the fourth canal of the same name to aid in this journey. About 3,000 ships carrying 40 million tons of cargo pass through the canal each year. But in July of 2020, 2 ships got a little impatient and ended up causing a massive delay when they crashed into each other head-on.
Oh my god. Why would you do this? One of you should just yield. Just yield. Why would you do this? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Unless this was intentional. Why wouldn't you just give way to the other boat?
What?
That's going to be expensive.
It's like watching two stubborn drivers fighting over the same parking spot. Except this time, the drivers just decided to crash into each other. The cargo ships lay on their horns, but the behemoths are too big to navigate away from each other. They probably locked into this collision course long before the camera started rolling. Eventually, the ships separate, and we see a long black gash on the side of the red boat. Our camera woman can hardly believe what she's watching. According to the Transportation Safety Board of Canada, or the TSB, investigating the crash could take 15 months. So,
Why though? Why would it take 15 months? That just seems ridiculous bureaucracy. It's clear what happened.
Just chalk it up to bad planning. Thankfully, nobody on board either ship got hurt, and the only significant damage was to the starboard bow of each vessel. See? We know nautical words.
I just don't get why you wouldn't just give way to the other ship.
Paragliders from all over the world flock to Manila, Australia to take off from Mount Bora, one of the most popular launching spots on Earth. In 1998, pro paraglider Godfrey Wennis set the world record for longest flight after taking off from Mount Bora and traveling 208 miles.
Wow.
Back in 2019, a man named Ricky, along with 40 other paragliders, trekked up Mount Bora for the world-famous jump. However, once they got to their launch spot, things took an unexpected turn for the worse, and it's probably not what you'd expect.
Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude.
Oh my god.
Very, very hairy moment. Just gotta stay calm. Looks like he's stabilized a little bit. What the hell? Oh my god.
Without warning, a dust devil spins up just as Ricky prepares to launch. The winds whip him around like a rag doll, and it's a miracle that his parachute didn't collapse or tear. Instead, he twirls round and round like a carnival ride until he's clear of the dust devil and flies away unharmed.
Lucky
While that's
guy.
probably not how he intended to start, it's certainly one way to get up in the air. Ricky regained control of the glider and had what he called an uneventful 111-mile cross-country flight. We wouldn't use the word uneventful to describe anything
Right.
about his flight, but hey, he's probably one of those death-defying adventurers anyway.
Yeah, it's like another walk in the park for him. When that thing started twisting, oh my
In
gosh.
1931, workers built a dam on Lake Dunlap to generate hydroelectric power in Guadalupe County, Texas. Ever since, Lake Dunlap has served as a popular recreational area for fishing, boating, and other water activities. Then, in 2019, a massive dam failure put those activities on hold. On May 14th of 2019, the middle spillway on the 90-year-old dam randomly collapsed, nearly draining the entire lake into the Guadalupe River. Thankfully, security cameras captured the moment when it finally broke.
Oh my god. This thing just went doosh. Just completely gave way. Why though? What caused that? Wear and tear? Maybe it wasn't maintained properly?
Everything seems normal until snap. The middle section breaks free, tumbles end over end, and crashes into the water below. Thousands of gallons rush through the opening, and nobody's nearby to do anything about it. Though, what could anybody really do? By November, residents voted on and passed a handful of propositions to build a new dam on Lake Dunlap. The $35 million project is expected to wrap up by May of 2023. Sadly, all recreational activity is canceled until then. To see another video just like this one, be sure to click the link on screen now. With that,
Wild. That, I think for me, the most shocking one, they were all shocking, is, okay, my two most shocking ones are the one in China where the mountain just crumbles down and literally thousands and thousands of pounds of rock just doosh, like, if you're anywhere near that, if you're going for a hike or something, just wrong place, wrong time could mean the end of your life. The other one was probably the shipping of the cars and them catching fire. I just don't know what made them think, let's leave these cars exposed to crashing waves of seawater. It completely just seems like an absence of common sense. Like, I would sue, so like, especially if you've got like, that's your family car, you know, it's got a load of possessions in there, just gone, completely out of your control. I'd be furious. But great video, really caught my attention. What do you guys think was the worst one or the most shocking one on this list? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.